Hello friends, let's discuss how fragmentation takes place in the mass spectrometry. Now, look at this butyl cation radical, which is a molecular ion. This particular molecular ion splits into cation and radical. The important thing is that the choice of bond breaking is controlled by the stability of carbocation. And we know that only positive species are detected by the detector. Stability of carbocation is an important factor in determining where the fragmentation will occur. So you might have know all these things. Methyl cation is less stable than primary carbocation. Secondary carbocation is more stable than primary. Tertiary is more stable. Allylic and benzylic carbocations are also more stable than primary and secondary carbocation. So let us see common fragmentation patterns observed in mass spectrometry. Several rules are there. First one is the Stevenson's rule. According to this rule, the most probable fragmentation is the one that leaves positive charge on the fragment with lowest ionization energy. In other words, we can say that the process that lead to the formation of more stable ions. So stability is the very important factor. So according to this Stevenson's rule, positive charge on the fragment with the lowest ionization energy forms immediately. Second, even electron rule. An even electron species, cation not radical ions, will not fragment into two odd electron species but rather two cation and a neutral molecule. Next is the alpha cleavage. This is very important in case of carbonyl compounds like acid, ester, amide, aldehyde, ketones. In case of ethers, alcohols and amines, alpha cleavage takes place. The bond that is broken next to the neighboring atom, and that position is called alpha position, and that bond breaking takes place predominantly in these compounds, which gives more stable carbocations. McLafferty type of rearrangement also takes place. Two bonds can break simultaneously. There is an elimination of some neutral molecules like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, acetylene, alkene, water, ammonia, etc. also takes place. So these are the common fragmentation pattern. You will get know while solving the particular examples. Now, this is very important slide. How to observe, how to study, how to interpret the mass spectrum. So while interpreting the mass spectrum, first and most important thing is that find out the molecular ion, which helps you to determine the molecular weight of that particular compound. If the molecular formula is provided, then calculate index of hydrogen deficiency or unsaturation. Try to find out the characteristic ions like tropylium ion, acylium ion, peak due to M minus 18, like this one. And ion series depends on the family of organic compound, alkane, alkene, alkyne, or ethers or alcohols, etc. Find out ions which are due to rearrangement. For example, in McLafferty rearrangement, we get peak at U1 m by z value. This also helpful us to determine the unknown structure of any compound. And most important thing is that find out the isotopic peak. M plus 1 peak, M plus 2 peak, M plus 4 peak. By analyzing these peaks and molecular formula, we can easily predict which type of compound is present there. So these 5 points you must remember while interpreting the mass spectrum. Now let us see how fragmentation takes place in alkane. So in alkane, they show a regular cluster of peaks separated by 14 mass units. Look at this example, 29, 43. 43 minus 29, 14. Difference between these two, 14. Difference between these two, 14. This is the series. And the largest substituent at a branch is eliminated as a radical. Cleavage is favored to give more stable carbocation. So these two are very important points in case of alkane. So this is the mass spectrum of this particular compound. This is the molecular ion peak. This is base peak. These are all other peaks. Peak for 29, peak for 43, 57, 71, 85. Separated by 14 mass unit, CH2 mass units. Now, next example. Let us see in detail how fragmentation takes place. This is the molecular ion. And there are different possibilities. So first bond breakage possibility is breaking of this carbon-carbon bond. Let us consider carbon number 1 and 2, breaking of this bond. Then what will happen? You will get one cation and one radical. If we consider CH3 as a cation, then remaining part CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2 will be the anion. So you will get one peak at 15 due to this CH3 cation. This is one possibility. In second possibility, breaking of this bond now. So what will happen if this particular pentane is broken down at this position? Then we get CH3CH2 as a cation, CH3CH2CH2 as a radical, and the peak at 29 is due to CH3CH2 carbocation. This is the second possibility. What is the third possibility? Breaking of this bond. So how will be the nature of carbocation and radical? Like this one. CH3CH2CH2 propyl carbocation and CH3CH2 ethyl radical. And the M by Z value, mass to charge ratio for this propyl cation is 43. Now this is the last possibility. Breaking of this bond, then you will get this part, larger portion as a cation and smaller portion as a radical. So these are some possibilities. Then from this pentane we can get methyl cation, ethyl cation, propyl cation or butyl cation, and all these radicals, only cations are detected. That's why we can observe peak at 15, 29, 43, 57, and the difference between these two values is the 14 mass units. So in this way, the fragmentation of alkane or any other compound takes place. We are not considering here stability and the relative abundance of that peak. This is for only to study how fragmentation takes place. Now look at this next example, cycloalkane derivative, that is a methyl cyclopropane. In this example, the molecular ion peak is observed at 84 and the base peak is at 56. Now, normally all these peaks are in odd number, 69, 41, except this molecular ion peak. But this peak is observed at even value. So when we differentiate between these two, 84 minus 56, we get 28. 28 means there is elimination of neutral molecule like ethylene or carbon monoxide. So there is no oxygen. So there is no possibility of elimination of CO. So CH2 double bond CH2 is get eliminated. So how that particular elimination process takes place? So first of all, breaking of this bond. This is the molecular ion having a binding value 84. After breaking of this bond, there is a formation of secondary carbocation. Look at the stability, not the primary carbocation. Secondary carbocation and radical goes toward the CH2. Then breaking of next bond and elimination of this ethylene as a neutral molecule and formation of a new radical cation. Formation of a new radical cation having M by Z value 56. So this forms immediately by a simple pathway which has a largest relative abundance. That's why considered as a base peak. So this peak due to the 69 breaking of this bond results into the cyclopropyl carbocation. So this is peak at 69. You can try to analyze other peaks also. You will get easily answer by analyzing the spectrum and that particular compound. Next category is the alkenes. Now, in case of alkenes, there is a allylic cleavage is favored. Why allylic cleavage is favored? Because a resulting carbocation, this is the allylic carbocation. The cation is next to this double bond. This is the allylic carbocation, and this resulting carbocation is get stabilized by these two resonating structures. Stabilized by these two resonating structures. Though fragmentation doesn't take place here, it always takes place at this beta bond, or in other words we can say allylic cleavage is favored and formation of allylic carbocation is favored. Now look at this example. This is one butene having molecular weight 56. So molecular ion peak observed at 56 value, and the peak at 41 is due to the this propene cation, allylic carbocation, which is stabilized by the resonating structure. So allylic cleavage is favored with alkenes with the resonance stabilized allylic carbocation. Retrodyls under fragmentation is also displayed by cyclic alkene. It is the reverse to the Diels-Alder reaction. So this is the diene and this is the diene, this one is the dienophile, and this is the cyclohexane derivative. So reverse of this formation of this neutral diene and radical cation. So only cyclic alkenes exhibit such type of Diels-Alder fragmentation. In another video, we will discuss it in a more detail. Next category is the alcohols. Important thing is that molecular ion is weak or upset and alpha cleavage takes place. So this is the alpha bond, this is also alpha bond, this can be considered as alpha bond. Breaking up bond between the Cr dash or Cr double dash, anything is possible under this alpha cleavage category. And another important is that M minus 18 peak due to the loss of H2O molecule. Due to the loss of H2O molecule. So this particular figure shows us that how alpha cleavage takes place. So this is the alpha bond as stated here next to oxygen. This bond R radical and remaining part as a cation, and this oxonium ion is get stabilized by two resonating structures or another one more additional resonating structure. That's why the resulting carbocation is stable. So this alpha cleavage is favorable. Now look at this example. This is the molecular ion peak, almost weak. This 56 peak is due to C4H8 cation, 43 peak is due to the C3H7 cation. This is the peak at 31 CH2OH because this is a primary alcohol, and in primary alcohol this peak is predominantly formed, and in this case also this one is the base peak. This peak at 28 due to the elimination of CH2 double bond CH2 as a cation, and this peak is due to H2 plus. So this is not that much intense one. So try to remember alpha cleavage and M minus 18 peak in alcohol takes place, and molecular ion peak is almost non-existent. Now in case of phenol, contrary to the alcohols, molecular ion peak is a stronger one. Again, phenols do not undergo alpha cleavage or dehydration. So while considering the fragmentation of phenol, first ketone tautomerism takes place. This is also in the same form like the reactant, and then elimination of this carbon monoxide and formation of this cyclopentadiene compound, also cation radical, and one H radical from this compound is get eliminated, and there is a formation of more stable cyclopentadienyl carbocation having M by Z value 65. So there is a no alpha cleavage, strong molecular ion, M minus 28 due to loss of CO, M minus 29 due to the loss of CHO, and the more stable cyclopentadienyl cation formation takes place. Next is the cresol. In case of cresol, one H radical is get eliminated from this CH bond, and there is a formation of benzyl carbocation, hydroxybenzyl carbocation, and which rearranges to the more stable hydroxytropylium ion having M by Z value 107. There is a elimination of one CO from this hydroxytropylium ion, and there is a formation of such type of species or cation having one sp3 hybridized carbon. When it loses its two hydrogens as a H2 as a neutral molecule, then there is a formation of phenyl cation having M by Z value 77. So remember this hydroxytropylium ion and formation of this hydroxytropylium by the rearrangement of this benzylic cation and elimination of CO from this hydroxytropylium ion. So in this way fragmentation of cresol takes place. In case of aromatic carbocation, bond beta to the aromatic ring, in the previous example also, the bond beta to the aromatic ring is get broken. Fragmentation at the bond beta to the aromatic ring. This is the aromatic ring. This is the molecular ion or cation radical of this toluene. Bond next to the beta bond to this aromatic ring is get fragmented. Elimination of H as a H radical, and there is a formation of benzyl cation, and this benzyl cation rearranges to the tropylium ion having M by Z value 91. So molecular weight of this toluene is 92. M by Z value of this molecular ion is 92. Elimination of one H radical, formation of benzyl cation which rearranges to tropylium ion having M by Z value 91. There is a rearrangement, and this tropylium ion eliminates neutral molecule acetylene, and there is a formation of cyclopentadiene cation having M by Z value 65. This cyclopentadiene cation further eliminates neutral molecule acetylene, and there is a formation of C3H3 plus cation having M by Z value 39. This is the one pathway. This molecular ion can form this phenyl cation here by breaking of this alpha bond, elimination of CH3 radical, and this is the phenyl cation which also loses acetylene as a neutral molecule, and there is a formation of C4H3 plus cation having M by Z value 51. So as we discussed earlier, elimination of neutral molecules is the common factor. In alcohol there is elimination of H2O. In amines there is elimination of ammonia. In hydrocarbons there is elimination of acetylene or olefinic compounds. So this is the fragmentation of toluene. Now let us see its spectrum. So this is the peak at 90, 91, 92, 93. So this 91 is due to this tropylium ion. 92 is due to this molecular ion, and 93 is due to the isotopic peak due to the presence of 13 C carbon atoms. So this is the isotopic peak, and you can interpret all other peaks also. So this is the mass spectrum of toluene, methyl benzene. Now let us take some more examples of compounds containing aromatic moiety and side chain. So breaking of this beta bond, formation of benzyl cation which rearranges to tropylium ion having M by Z value 91. Other fragmentations are also possible, but the stability of benzyl carbocation is more. That's why it forms preferentially due to its more stability. In our mass spectrum, relative abundance of this particular cation or this tropylium cation is more. Most of the time such type of tritium ions can be observed as base peaks in the mass spectrum. This butyl benzene also undergo McLafferty rearrangement. We will discuss this particular example in McLafferty rearrangement. Now, amines. The fragmentation of amines is also like alcohols. Molecular ion peak is also weak or almost absent. Nitrogen rule can help us to determine the molecular weight. Look at this particular compound, it contains only one nitrogen, means it has odd nitrogen atoms, and its molecular ion peak appears at odd value. Same with these two examples. Alpha cleavage takes place. The bond CC next to nitrogen is get fragmented here. I note down this peak. Iminium ion having embodied value 30 is the characteristic peak of this amine, and which gives most intense peak. Normally it gives most intense peak any spectrum of primary amines. In case of secondary and tertiary, there is also alpha cleavage, and this gives ions in that particular homologous series, depends upon the molecular weight and all other things. So in case of this primary amine having embodied value 73, one nitrogen odd value, embodied value also odd, breaking of this alpha bond, breaking of this bond, alpha cleavage. C3H7, not C7H7, C3H7, 1, 2, 3 carbon ion, 7 hydrogen radicals get eliminated and formation of iminium ion. In this case also elimination of methyl radical, formation of this iminium ion having embodied value 58. In case of tertiary amine also we get the peak at 72. So this is the fragmentation of amines. Thanks for watching this video.